Welcome everybody to another Ricky's Review. I'm Ricky. I just left the theaters and saw Transformers Age of Extinction in IMAX in 3D. I'm going to give you a little review of it today. I'm going to give you a little bit of the good, a little bit of the bad, and maybe an overall rating of the film and just, my overall thoughts of the entire film as a whole. This is the fourth film of the Michael Bay franchise. I'm going to try to make this spoiler-free as possible, but there's going to be a couple spoilers inside. So if you haven't seen the film yet, and you're not trying to know a little bit what happens inside and out of the film, I would go ahead and skip this, and I would come back and watch it yourself after you see the film. Let's start off with some of the good. Good, visually stunning. Visually stunning, beautiful from start to finish. You love it. You have to love a good movie that you can actually see some of the stuff in the background to pay attention to the details that's not too over the top or anything like that. Loved it visually. The fight scenes, everything you're going to want from a Michael Bay film is in this film. If you go for this movie just for the action, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it because the action in this movie is bar none. There's some great fight scenes between the bots. There's some good fight scenes in and out. Nice little hand-to-hand combat a couple times throughout the film with a couple of the characters that you're going to really enjoy. A couple scenes in particular that I really enjoyed was whenever Optimus Prime is slowly becoming Optimus Prime and he's building it up and he's getting ready for the fight, he goes back and he gets the Legends. And when he goes back and gets the Legends, he's going back in there and he just annihilates them and tells them, look, you're going to work with me or I'm going to kill you. And it was so cool just to see him in a dominant performance like that. Something I really, really enjoyed. The score of the film, fantastic. The music and the score throughout the film, man, there's nothing better to me than a really solid score in a film, and especially in an action movie. It's very, very important for me when I'm seeing an action movie that you have a good score to go along with the film. Some of the other things that I really enjoyed about the film, it's the cast. The cast was really good. I really enjoyed the cast. Titus Welliver, he's played a bad guy in a lot of films, in so many films, and he fantastic job in this film. Kelsey Grammer, great job as a bad guy. Really enjoyed it. I thought he played a very good bad guy in this film. T.J. Miller from Silicon Valley. Oh my God! First off, I love that show, but he was hilarious. He steals the show right off the top. From the moment he's on the screen, for the first 30, 45 minutes that you see him, unbelievably hilarious and very nice touch with the film. Let's get on to the main characters. Mark Wahlberg, I'll touch on him in a minute. Nicola Pertz, she was okay. She was good. She was good. She played a purpose, and her purpose is to show up on screen. She looks good. She's nice eye candy for the audience. I can't complain about her character. She really didn't harm the film, and she helped it a little bit more than she harmed it. So I can't really complain there. Mark Wahlberg. I liked Mark Wahlberg in this movie, but I didn't like Mark Wahlberg in this movie. And I'll tell you why. Mark Wahlberg does not need Transformers. Transformers does not need Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is a big star. Big time star. And this movie is not a type of movie that you need a big star in. And it's just how I feel about that. I'm not going to say he was bad in it, because he wasn't. He was good in it. He played the role. He played, Cade very well in the movie. And I enjoyed his character. But at the same time, you can kind of throw anybody in these type of roles and they're going to succeed, because it's not about those characters. It's about the bots. And that's how all these films are, Transformers. It needs to be about the bots, and you're kind of taken away from the bots by having Mark Wahlberg in the film. Jack Redner, really, really solid. Played the boyfriend of Nicola Pertz. There's some nice banter between him and Mark Wahlberg in the film once he finds out he's the boyfriend. Funny stuff between those two. I really, really enjoyed that. There's also another scene. Shane Jack Reitner has an awesome car chasing scene, which was fantastic. Didn't make a lot of sense of how he got there, but you'll see that whenever you see the film. Very, very, very good. Bumblebee, funny. I love that character. Watching him transform throughout the film, Bumblebee is definitely somebody that, he's just an all-time favorite. Everybody loves Bumblebee. But I cannot forget my favorite part of the whole thing, and that was Hound. Hound was hilarious. Hilarious. Funny. Played the role of like the twins of the last film. Just out and out funny. Every time he stole the show bot-wise throughout the whole entire film. Very, very funny. Found out later on. I couldn't figure out. I knew I recognized the voice, but it was John Goodman. Hilarious, 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 hilarious. Loved it. Really, really a big bright spot in the film, and really kept the movie rolling. Bad. The bad stuff. Mark Wahlberg out of nowhere. He's a parkour master. He's fighting off killer assassins. He's killing killer assassins by throwing a football and pushing them out the window. Come on, folks. That's a big problem with this is he's supposed to be a guy that we're supposed to believe that he's just kind of a scrub guy. He's a little built, but a little scrub guy that's, he's trying to he's trying to make the next great invention. And this next great invention is going to be huge, but it's Mark Wahlberg. Next thing you know, he's kicking ass and taking names. He's walking around with the Transformers gun thing, just boom, 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 like he's in Lone Survivor or something like that. I had a big problem with that. No explanation of why he was, such a badass or anything like that. Not very fond of that. Another thing that I have a problem with in all these movies is, and it's not just this movie, it's in most action movies. Why does this killer assassin, this trained assassin that just kills random people throughout the movie, just bam, just knocks them down? Why can't he shoot Mark Wahlberg? Or why can't he shoot the lead good guy in the movie? Of course, if you kill the lead good guy in the movie, you don't have a movie. But still, these are killer assassins. Make it, realistic. You know what I mean? It's unrealistic to watch Mark Wahlberg dodge these bullets because, again, he's supposed to be some intervention guy. You know what I mean? So that's one big. I have a big problem with that in this film and other films as well. But it's not too big of a problem. But it's kind of it's kind of a problem for me. Another problem I have with this film, the 3D. It's 3D to me is stupid. I don't like 3D, and this film does not drag out the 3D any more than any other film that I've seen in 3D. It's you have to see it in IMAX 3D. You don't have the option of either or, so you're kind of stuck seeing it that way. It didn't kill it, but wearing these things for almost 3 hours, that's brutal. Speaking of which. This movie was way, way, way too long. You're clocking in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Including the trailer time, you're looking at about 3 hours. It's probably about 45 minutes too long, to be honest with you. It was way too long. I didn't like that, and that's something that really hurt the film for me a lot, which is going to transfer into something else. The last thought that I have about this film. When you're going to go see this film, if you're going to go see this just for the action, so be it. But if you're going to go see this for a story and some action, you're going to walk out of this theater, okay? Even maybe whenever the trailer, the credits start, you're going to sit there and be like, what the hell just happened? There's so many questions that are left unanswered in this film. It's unbelievable. I didn't like that at all. I don't like the fact that, it didn't really keep you guessing. It just, there's a lot of things that didn't make sense. Overall thoughts, though? 2.5 to 3 stars. It wasn't great. If you're basing it on just action alone, you're probably looking at 4 or 5 stars, and that's probably what's saving the movie is the action in the movie. Outside of that, the big plot holes, the question marks left and right, I'm not a big fan of. As overall whole, 2.5, 3 stars, it was okay. If you saw the film, please let me know. Comment below. Tell me what I missed. I like, hearing your thoughts as well. Follow me over on Twitter at Ricky Gangster. Make sure to check out the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the YouTube show, That Ain't It. We got the thing rolling over there. And until next time, we'll talk later.